Do you know that dog attacks claim the lives of over 55,000 people each year globally? And that India bears a substantial burden, responsible for 36% of global deaths from rabies and 65% within the South Asia region. Sources have highlighted an alarming estimate of approximately 1.7 crore cases of dog bites each year in India alone. In rural areas, several cases remain undocumented. But why is India struggling with street dog-related issues? How do we solve the problem? Are stray dogs not a social responsibility? Welcome to India TV. I'm Pooja Sethi and you are watching Perspective. Lately, social media is full of videos showing dog attacks and clashes between residents and dog lovers. Headlines talk about the battle between those focused on safety and others fighting for animal rights. All these reigniting the growing demand for enhanced measures and also discussions around responsible pet ownership. However, both sides agree that government intervention is necessary to address the significant stray dog population in India, which stands at over 35 million out of the 200 million worldwide. Between 2019 and 22, India reported a staggering 1.6 crore cases of dog bites. Along with this, it is estimated that India witnesses 18,000 to 20,000 deaths annually due to rabies, which is 1/3 of the world's rabies deaths. What has led to the problem? Municipalities responsible for spaying and vaccinating stray dogs as per the Animal Birth Control Rules 2001 often fail to ensure that all dogs are spayed and vaccinated. Under the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Rules 2018, municipal corporations are tasked with issuing licenses to breeders and sellers. However, there is lack of strict enforcement resulting in unchecked breeding. Overexcited pet parents, sometimes those facing financial issues and uncertainty, end up abandoning their pets, adding to an increasing number of stray dogs on the street. Unfortunately, many don't want abandoned dogs and there aren't enough shelters to accommodate them all. On the other side, for animal shelters, managing a high number of animals with limited resources is challenging. These shelters face funding shortages resulting in lower quality care, such as inadequate food and hygiene. The problem isn't the lack of rules, but the poor implementation. Municipal bodies blame funding issues, corruption, and poor coordination among government agencies. The recently amended Animal Birth Control Rules mandates deworming, immunization, and sterilization by municipalities and panchayats to reduce the stray dog population in India. Culling of stray dogs, which was permitted under the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960, was banned in 2001. These rules were updated in March 2023 with an emphasis on more effective implementation and monitoring, which is still far from being achieved. However, there are countries that have set examples in eliminating its stray dog problem with a compassionate approach. For example, Bhutan became the world's first country to completely sterilize and vaccinate all its stray dogs after running a 14-year program to control the dog population, which started in 2009. The project was locally run and even including microchipping 32,000 pet dogs. The Netherlands has reportedly been rabies-free since 1923 and have no stray dogs. How did the country manage this? By running a program called CNVR, Collect, Neuter, Vaccinate and Return. These programs are funded by the government. Cruelty against a dog can lead to fine. Moreover, some local governments have raised taxes for people who buy dogs from stores to encourage adoption from animal shelters, and none of these put animals down unless absolutely necessary. In India, the issue needs to be tackled on an urgent basis, but with a compassionate approach, starting with health care and control measures. Implementing a strong sterilization program for street dogs is a must. It is believed that vaccinating 80% of dogs in a community provides the safest solution against rabies. Regular surveys should be conducted to maintain accurate records of street dogs. Municipal bodies should form committees with state officials, local NGOs and citizens to execute these programs. Laws should be enforced against those abandoning pets. We need to build more dog shelters to avoid overcrowding in some shelters with adequate resources. Focus should be given to having a community-based care to protect free-ranging dogs in order to reduce injuries and harm, and establishing a mediating approach between animal advocates and those advocating for stricter control. Last but not least, having a simplified policy and program facilitating pet adoption. Recently, during his Mann Ki Baat address, Prime Minister Narendra Modi made a pitch for Indian breed dogs. He lauded the brave Indian Army dogs Sophie and Vida and urged people to adopt Indian breed of dogs. So, why not give man's best friend the care and shelter they deserve? That's all in this episode of Perspective. Keep watching India TV. Thank you.